Good day, fellow scapers. My name's Deck, but please call me Hobo, and welcome to the Necro Way. Now, the Necro Way is basically a series or a challenge that I'm going to be taking on myself. I'm so excited to be able to do it. It's one that I've been waiting absolutely ages to do. I think the thing that I was waiting for most was I was waiting for the nerf on Death Skulls to be done, because I wanted this basically to be something that I can achieve, it's consistent, and it's not too overpowered before the nerf of the Death Skulls. So I wanted to wait for this challenge until then, but let me explain to you what the challenge is. So the Necro Way is a PB setter series where I'm going to be taking on each of the bosses within the PVME Discord's bossing ladder of progression. So to start off with, it's going to be God Wars Dungeon 2, and then we'll be progressing throughout the ladder once we've set that PB at each of those bosses. So I'm going to take you through what I've got so far. So with the God Wars Dungeon 2, I'm going to start with Hellwyr. Now, Hellwyr is one of my absolute most favourite bosses. He is, for me, probably one of the best bosses in the game. I've AFK'd the living Christ out of him. Honestly, it's been absolutely insane. I think I've got something, let me have a look, something in the region of about 11,000 kills at Hellwyr. And this was, granted, this was absolutely during the time when Animate Dead was still actually relevant. So, yeah, you'll have to excuse that. But I must say, Hellwyr, one of my absolute favourite bosses. So he's who I'm going to be starting with first. As you can see, my current PB is nothing fantastic or special, 29.4 seconds. But the aim of the game, set a PB. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a bang average PVMer. I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. And then the other half the time that I think I know what I'm doing, turns out probably not going to be able to do it anyway. So what I'll start off with, now I am going to be using best in slot for pretty much all of this. And, well, it's the only thing that's going to give me half a chance, I suppose. So, yeah. I mean, if there's anything that you spot that is not right, well, it helps if you actually wear it, you fool. Let me know in the comments. But so I'm going to be going in, and I think with how I don't want to be saying easy. I don't want to be saying easy, but I think with how viable it's going to be to beat my current PBs at all of God Wars Dungeon 2, I think I'm going to have to set myself a little bit of a challenge where I'm only giving myself half an hour to set that PB. And if it gets to the point where, so the first half of that mini challenge is I go in as if I've had pretty much no prep at all. So I can quickly go up to the dummies in War's Retreat. I can use those just to quickly grab 3 souls or whatever, and maybe 4 in the necrosis stacks, but that's about it. Once I've set a PB with that, at that point, I want to be able to build as many stacks as possible on all of the on the War's Retreat dummies, and ideally I want to be able to go in against the God Wars 2 bosses and just absolutely annihilate them. So I think that's plan. That is the plan. Okay. So that was 31 seconds. Realistically, it's going to be silly to try and rely on a second Death Skulls. So, okay. It's going to be very silly to do that, because that will mean I'm not actually achieving a PB. Yeah, okay. Oh, let's go. Okay, so that... okay. Okay, well, I definitely need to take less food. So, if I go in and use a Death Skulls followed up with an Adrenaline Potion, that should mean that I'm then able to do a Living Death quicker, so a Living Death quicker, and then I'm able to use Diver into another Death Skulls. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna get mushroom. I've not even been using poison. 25 seconds. And I didn't even use Split Soul. That would have gone so much faster with Split Soul. When am I going to do Split Soul? So I think if the speed in which I'm doing it is 25 seconds, it should be even less with the split soul, in theory. So, how long does it last for? 30 seconds? It's 20-second duration. Okay, done. Done. That's the... Oh, no. Now. Again. I really should probably be using Death Mark before I go in. Yeah. Because I'd have probably saved myself an extra couple of seconds there. I never thought it... so difficult to just sit down and think through what you're actually doing. Dead. Right. Okay. So that's a sub 20. I don't even know why I'm downplaying that. That is a sub 20. Oh, I can't act all cool. I can't. That is a sub 20. That might not be a massive achievement to other people. But for me, that is... Oh. Love Necromancy. Oh, it's the best. Oh. So, about a year ago, I was like, I'm hoping that the next skill that they're going to be releasing is a true combat skill. Nothing like a basic combat. I mean, full, it blows out of the water, the combat triangle. And that is exactly what Necromancy has done. Don't get me wrong, I know full well that there are issues with the skill. As in, I know loads of people think it's way overpowered. But to be honest, I'm inclined to agree with them. But I love it. It makes the game Oh no, what have I done? Oh, okay. It makes the game interesting. I don't think a second death skulls is the way to go. Am I wrong? So I'm not using Command Skeleton. I'm barely having a chance to use 2 Fingers of Death. I'm still struggling to get out my Volley of Souls. I don't think a second Death Skulls is going to help me here. Because I'm wasting so much adrenaline by using Living Death for about 5 seconds. I don't think that's the goer. Right. Let's try it. I hate thinking things. I hate thinking anything. I'd rather be thoughtless than helpless and hopeless. All the lesses. I hate... I just want to be less. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, just some freaking ghost outside of the instance. That was close though. And I have no idea how. See what I mean? No idea. Absolutely no idea at all. All sheer dumb luck. Professor McGonagall ought to just give me all of my points. Actually, might as well take them all off me and give them to Gryffindor. Is it Ravenclaw who are like the stoners? Or is that Hufflepuff? Hufflepuff are like the stoner. They're definitely the stoner class. I mean, I don't smoke, but, you know, it's probably the intellectual power, if anything. IQ, EQ, all the Qs are way below the average, I'm sure. Right, so let's try that again. Would it have made a difference? Difference? Use your words. Just use your face. Why don't you? Oh, okay. This time, try not to summon the ghost before you go in. It's not hard, is it? You've only done it 4 times. I think, as a bloke, that's a standard amount of times to have to be told something before you actually do it. Unless it's multitasking, in which case, can't do that, ever. Doesn't matter how many times we're told. Right, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Did my thing actually land though? That's my question. Oh, that doesn't count. That was with the Relentless proc. Okay, so all I need to do is hope that I can keep channeling my inner McGonagall and beat my next PB through sheer dumb luck. That's it. That's what I've got to do. Okay. just lost all my stacks. Oh dear. Oh no. I definitely needed the stacks for that. That felt good though. That felt really good. You know, when you just put like when you put like a smooth lump of like, I don't know, cinnamon bun cake in your mouth or something. That's how freaking good that felt. I might have cocked it all up entirely, but it still felt good, and that's what counts. I just ate a bit of food for no reason. Clearly that talk of cake is it's getting to me. It's getting to me. Oh! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Down to 16.8 seconds. So I'm wondering what good prep looks like. So I'm wondering, in 4 minutes' time, do I go full hand? Do I take mechanical dummies? Do I use natty build? All of that kind of stuff. That to me sounds really OP. But if I want to give myself the best possible chance, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? Yeah. I kind of feel like I should be invoking death before I go in. But I just feel like 6 seconds, he doesn't spawn in 6 seconds. So if I do, I do Conjure Ghost, Conjure Skeleton, Conjure Ghost, and then I managed to get off, is it 1.2? No, so I should be able to do that. That's only 3.6. I can already see that meme where it's like, you know, that one you're just trying to calculate like the mass of like, they're trying to calculate the weight of 2 grains of rice or something with like the Pythagoras theorem and everything. I can already see that above my head. That's how much brain power this is requiring. If I build on the dummy, I think the only issue is with that. Nah, make up. There'll be no issues. What am I talking about? Don't be silly. There can be no problems. All right, dummy. Let's have one of them in. Let's make it 2 actually, just because it's inevitable that I'm gonna cop this up. Shadow Reef. I know it's not Shadow Reef. I know it's not Shadow Reef, but I didn't want to go through the effort of relabeling it. Yes, I know it's lazy. I don't care. Apparently I'm not a man of principle. I don't know what to tell you. So can you deploy dummy here? You can. Okay. So let's do that. Difference. Nowhere near. That was 4 seconds off my PB with a pre-build outside. What went wrong? I don't know. I don't know what went wrong. Because the problem is you can't. So you can't pre-conjure your stuff outside. So you can't pre-conjure your stuff on the outside. But also, if you go in, I mean, I might have to wait for. I won't have a huge amount of time left on Living Death. But something's better than nothing, right? So it'll give me a 12-second cooldown. But again, that's not worth it either. That's 4 seconds off the PB, and it'll take 3 seconds just for it to make all 3 of its attacks. So I'm better off just relying. But do I sacrifice the Finger of Death? I don't know. Do I sacrifice the 1.25 on the Finger of Death? So, so that. All right. Where's my amulet? I don't know where my amulet. Right. So that deals an additional 40% damage for each necrosis stack. So I think what I have to do is go in, use Death Skulls, then use a Finger of Death. What just happened? How did I get here? I don't know. Anyway, so what I need to do, so is it Death Skulls, Adrenaline Potion, Finger of Death, which will bring down 6 stacks, but I'll be back up to 100%. So at that point, I use Death Grasp into Death Essence. 360 to 440. That definitely sounds better. Or would it be Death Skulls, Death Essence, Finger of Death, Death Grasp, Volley? I don't know. I should be able to get all 5 of those off without a hitch. Shouldn't I? What was that? Where's this? 15 seconds. I knew it. I had every faith in myself that as long as I just persevered and I gave it a little thinking, I could have beat my PB. Or that is nearly half my PB. That is half, roughly, give or take, some seconds, which I can't be bothered to calculate right now. That is almost half what my PB was. Almost. So I didn't have a skeleton. Did the ghost help? Surely the ghost helps, right? I don't know if the ghost helps. So the problem is, the jazz book, if it went off, would do an additional 30k. Probably. That's what, so the jazz book obviously stores up all the damage that you do over a period of time, and it deals out a percentage of that damage back, capped at 30k. But the chance of it going off within 10 seconds, what is the chance of it going off within 10 seconds? That lands within 10.2 seconds after the proc and releases 20% of the stored damage after the time rift ends. So there's a 6.6% chance that in the next 15 minutes. Is that likely? I don't know if that's likely. 6.6% chance. Again, there's the Pythagoras theorem above my head. I can see it already. No, it's not likely. I'm going to give it a go, though. Terrible idea, I know, but I'm going to give it a go. So, even if it doesn't proc, you watch the time that it does proc, and I'll have cocked up the entire rotation. I haven't actually got it. I don't. 18 seconds. So what is that the equivalent of? That's only... Oh, it's the equivalent of doing 10k damage per second. That is not good. And it doesn't bode well for Vindicta. It doesn't bode well for... Well, Grecorovic might be slightly easier because... Well, he's got poo defense, right? But Vindicta's going to be tougher. And have I got a better PB at Vindicta? I've got a better PB at Vindicta, and he's not even a poisonable boss. And I barely get any use out of these conjures as it is. I'm only in there for about 10 seconds of conjure. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's a different tomorrow problem. That is tomorrow's problem. Come on. I mean, the rhythm wasn't too off. I keep saying the rhythm wasn't too off, like, as if I know what the rhythm feels like. I clearly don't have a clue. All right, don't do what I'm doing. Go in with an idea. Plan up a bit of a rotation. Oh, hi Thok. Yeah, hi Rugged Hobo. What buffs are available during the event? Well, clearly not my character, because my character is not buff at all. So that's it. I think that's pretty much it for RuneScape's very own Man Bear Pig. I managed to set a PB. I managed to set a few PBs for myself, and I'm beyond happy with what I've managed to achieve. That being said, I think it really does go to show that I am not cut out for any form of critical thinking at all. I shouldn't be planning rotations. I think I just need to go with my gut, because I get in my own head. I don't even know what I was thinking towards the end there, where one of those runs just felt really smooth, and then finding out obviously didn't put on a didn't put on my grandma. Amazing. Right, but so man, bear, pig out of the way with. Time to take on. Which one should I take on? I'm a bit scared. I think it should probably be a poisonable boss, right? Because I've already got the setup done anyway. It's got to be a poisonable boss. Got to be a poisonable boss. That leaves me with Grecorovic, whom I really don't like Greg at all. Not at all. I think, considering he has such a poo defense, right? I think the thing that infuriates me is the fact that all of his attacks are super hard hitting for no reason. No reason. He's wearing what tier are glaives? Glaives. I think I've got a glaive in my bank for no reason. They're tier 85. How can he hurt you so much with tier 85 weapons? I don't get it. I don't get it. If you wear tier 90 armor against tier 85 weapons, there is no way that he should be able to hit you for 3k and above. Sorry, I don't think that should be. Those aren't the rules. That's breaking the rules. Okay. So that's definitely a new record. So my previous PB was 44.4 seconds. Is that right? And there was no trying about that. In fact, I was only relying on basics towards the very end, because I messed it up. I wish it would just be the way you're facing, or you could preset something to target. That would be useful. Oh, and I tell you what else would be useful. And I posted this on what used to be Twitter, X. I posted this on Twitter earlier, right? So all these people who are getting hacked, right? And they turn it. So, like, I'll be honest with you. My whole family plays RuneScape, right? Dead nerdy. I know. I play it. My dad plays it. My mum plays it. My sister plays it. You know, we've played it since it was old school RuneScape, right? We've all played it. Now, my dad was hacked, and he doesn't really do PVM at all. He is more of a skiller. In fact, I say he's more of a skiller. Between us, he's probably got the only actual achievement. So anyone can do PVM. Not everybody has got 200 million in every single skill, which he does, including Necromancy. Anyway, sidetrack. So he got hacked, and he said, look, I had next to no weapons. I had loads of money because he does like dailies every day. He does farm runs every day. Right. He goes, so I get that. He says, but what I don't get is I had like worthless seeds. Oh, what am I doing? I had worthless seeds in the bank that were worth 50 GP. He said, I had so many untradables. He said, and what they do is, or what they seem to have done, is they logged in, anything of value, obviously they transferred it, sold it, whatever. Anything that wasn't of value, they just dropped on the floor. They dropped it on the floor and just left it, even if it had no value, but it could actually do something to benefit him in-game. They just dropped it. So all of the untradables, gone, right? All of his like low-value seeds, gone. Everything was gone. So what I said, and what I think would be a good idea, getting back on track, stay with it, Declan. Okay, so I think that, and this will actually have a benefit of two things, right? So my idea is that you should be able to dye an item. Now, if you look, okay, so obviously you can dye an item. That's only half of what I was trying to say. But okay, so right. So fractured staff of Armadillo. Okay. Now I've got this dyed. Okay. So this is dyed Aurora. Obviously Aurora's super cheap, but to be honest, at the time, I was getting really trigger happy with what I was selling on GE. And I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't make that mistake of selling my staff at the time in a time of need. So I decided, like a clever gummy bear, that I was going to dye it, because once you've dyed it, an item is no longer tradable. So I think pretty much everyone knows that by now. If you don't, spoiler alert, you can't trade it afterwards. But what you can do is disassemble it, okay? Now, if you're a hacker and you see something that's dyed, chances are you're just going to throw it away. You're going to chuck it on the floor because it's out of sight, out of mind, right? It's a quick way of solving things. What I think, and this is where this is the two-parter that comes in, okay? If you dye it, I think they should change the option from disassemble to destroy. And then I think once it's destroyed, you should automatically be able to reclaim it from Diango. Now, so if you dye a very expensive piece of kit, and somebody does do a raid on you, if you've dyed it and they destroy it, you're able to go straight to Diango and reclaim that item back. Okay, that is not then done and dusted. It's not lost. Okay, it's waiting to be claimed back from Diango. Now, on top of that, this is the second benefit. Now, I don't do clues. I've never done clue scrolls. I think it's absolutely awful. I hate it. I think it's boring. But I know a lot of people love it. I also know that dyes are a massive part of some of the wealth that comes from clue scrolls. But with the release of, you know, the Aurora dye, just as an example, which is like a poor man's ice dye, okay, and what was the other one? I can't remember what the other dye was. But with the release of those two dyes, right? With the release of those two dyes, every other dye in the game sank. It sank massively. If another dormant, yeah, amazing. So that would benefit everyone, right? So anyone who gets hacked who's high level, it would give them something to aim for. They can aim for dyeing all of their equipment, you know, and they would know that if they ever get hacked, they are safe. They're safe from hackers because they have got one combat style that's fully dyed up, okay? And even if they ever get hacked or anything like that, they've got a style that they can return to, and that's it, done. They can make money all over again. You know, as long as it's something safe, it's easy, right? I think that should be a goer. I don't know why Jagex haven't done that already. That felt good. Yes, yes. Oh my god! That felt incredible! Oh, my voice hasn't gone that high. What's that? I'll take a diamond. So, oh man, I knew it. I knew it. It was the ghost and it was the skeleton. It was all their fault, not mine. Nah, not taking any. Do you know what? I don't know what generation I'm part of. I'm banging on 30 now. But my generation, I think, is the one where we don't take any responsibility. So I think that's what I should probably not do here either. It was my conjures. It was absolutely my fault. It was my fault. No. Almost slipped into it. No, it was their fault. It was definitely my conjure's fault. Okay. Am I going to have to place a dummy here? That sounds like a really dummy place to have to put it, if I'm honest. Okay. Have you girls heard of the 2-for-1 special? 2 you, 1 of me. Fucking special. That was effortless. Effortless. So effortless that even a dummy like me could do that. Oh man, that felt fucking incredible. That is the taste of success. Singles. Singles. All the single ladies. Oh. Yes! Done. Done. Absolutely get wrecked. Get wrecked. 7 seconds. 7 seconds is all it takes. This is the Necro way. Yeah. Yeah. That taste, that's the taste of success. On the last attempt with 26 seconds left on the aura, he does it. Oh, what a time to be alive! 7.2 seconds. 200,000 damage in 7.2 seconds. Get wrecked. I am still absolutely bang average, but that has the smatterings of success. So I think I'm going to have to end this on a good note. I've got 2 more elite dungeons. Elite dungeons? Oh, God, I'm not taking on them yet. I've got 2 more Gobbles Dungeon 2 bosses. That's what I've got. I've got 2 more Gobbles Dungeon 2 bosses to take on, set personal bests there, and then we move on to the next boss in the PvMe bossing ladder that I need to set my next PB at. Now, I think it's actually Araxi, and I absolutely hate that spider. Oh, quick note, just remember, in the UK, it's October time, start shutting your windows, okay, because you get the big fat spiders coming to your house. Don't know about you, but I don't live in Australia, therefore no single spider belongs in my house or even on my road. So start shutting your windows and doors if you're in the UK. But then, yeah. So then it's moving on to Araxor, which I think is the next one in the bossing ladder after Vindicta and Grecorovic. So that's it. That's the end of the episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like to, I'm streaming at the moment, but if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps with the algorithm, especially if you want to see more content like this. Somebody who's super excited, whose favourite game is RuneScape. Clearly, I've got nothing else going on in my life. But yeah, if you want to see more of this type of content, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm looking to do more of these types of channels, more of these types of videos in the near future. And yeah, I'd just like to say thank you very much for tuning in. I've had so much fun, and I hope that I've managed to make you smile during it. So yeah, thank you very much, and take care. See you later.